Ali Olo, kikundi cha tatu ambaye ni wanagereza inaongozwa na Senior Sergeant Mohamed Adan Afiare. Kikundi cha Kenya Police Reservice inaongozwa na Mohamed Adan Afiare. Police Enforcement Service inaongozwa na Supervisor Hussein Adan Aliyo. Parade Technician Ibrahim Airobo, Assistant Director. Band Master Wycliffe Orem. Parade RSM Ezekiel Ringera ambaye ni RSM ya parade. Kikundi cha bandi pia sasa inaondoka.
Mandera County, the Senator of Mandera County, the Deputy County Commissioner of Mandera County, honorable members of former member of Lafe constituency, Mheshimiwa Shaban, the House Majority Leader, the House Minority Leader, honorable members of County Assembly, the County Executive, distinguished guests, the great people of Mandera, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. For the 6th year in a row, since the beginning of devolution, we gather here routinely to commemorate the 55th birth of our great nation, Kenya, as an independent country. Today, 55 years ago, the flag of the colonizer, known as the Union Jack, came down and the Kenyan flag went up. Kenya joined the rank in the family of nations. For Mandera people, this is a special day, a special Jamhuri Day, as we mark this occasion right after our inaugural Mandera Cultural Festival, which ended yesterday with pomp and color. It was a special moment as we went back to our roots to celebrate the richness of our culture. We exhibited artifacts, our traditional pastoral lifestyles, the cuisine, and clothed ourselves in traditional regalia. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge crowds, the vigor, the rare talent of dances of Shawal, Shabriye, Camel songs, Galesa, Ashangalo, Burambur, and others that were uniquely showcased here has arisen the urge to get in touch with our roots and culture. I am proud of the people of Mandera for having turned up in huge numbers to take part in this cultural extravaganza. I also thank our leaders, the Senator of Mandera County, the County Women MP for Lafe constituency, and our brother MP from Malabala, who were here among many other dignitaries that have turned up to really participate in this occasion. For some of us, it was a rare show to give our children a chance to see traditional foods, see our livestock culture and artifacts that have become literally absent as we copy Western cultures and lifestyles. And due to public demand, the county government will host the Mandera Cultural Festival as an annual event every December from the 9th to the 11th of December going forward every year. The Ministry of Education and Culture and Ministry of Gender and Social Services will partner to make sure this event takes shape. For those who missed the big show, kindly book a date with Mandera early enough to join the celebration of our rich and diverse culture again sometimes next year, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, we were able to celebrate our culture in style because of peace and security and the unity we are enjoying in Mandera County. This is sure sign that we are enjoying fruits of investment in peaceful coexistence and our people's strong resolve to fight violent extremism in our midst. Let me assure all that Mandera County government supports the construction of the border wall with Somalia as part of the solution to manage and secure our county and country, as we encourage the project implementers under supervision of Kenya Defence Forces to continue the good work, but to continue with the speed. Only 6 years ago, Mandera people could not gather in public even to mark such an important national day because of Al-Shabaab, and we are happy to transition past these times. To this end, let me commend the joint efforts of our national government, Kenya Defence Forces, the National Police Service, the National Intelligence Service, the National Counterterrorism Center, and all the non-state actors who put their lives in the line in a bid to make the county and the country safe from extremism. As part of my administration, we have organized engagement sessions from the county level up to the wards to ensure we succeed in our actions to roll back radicalization and keep terror activities away from our people. We cannot condone any more loss of lives and property, and I am sure together we can win this war. Having said this, there are some issues that are of great concern to us, and I have discussed this many times. One of it is the illegal ban on the quarry. I will say this. The deliberate marginalization of the people of Northern Kenya has not disappeared completely. Traces of the same is very evident from the illegal order given by my brother Matiang'i and effected through the directive of the county commissioner to the public without any written document. And without fear of any contradiction, I would like to dare my brother Matiang'i to try and give such an illegal verbal ban of anything in other counties like Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Eldoret, and any other place. What you cannot exercise in other counties, you should not exercise in Mandera. The beginning of a new challenge has emerged as a result of idling non-local population that were making a living from quarry, and local population that have been dependent as the key economic activity in this county. I would like to ask, today in Mandera, since the ban of the quarry program, there are reporters of M-Pesa shops and local shops being robbed in broad daylight, something that has never happened in this country, at gunpoint. I have a relative who has been affected, where two non-local staff and non-local persons have come in with a gun to ask them to give the money, and the lady had to part with the money. Just a few days ago, we have a report of people dressed in security regalia who have robbed and killed a watchman in a gas station, which is something that we have never seen in this county before. Never have we seen robbery with violence. Never have we seen petty crimes in this county where people go to the shop and in broad daylight, moving around with probox, are robbing the public because of idle time and people who cannot feed themselves. People should not make decisions without looking at the repercussion of the decision they make and what will have on the population. Mandela used to report the lowest petty crimes in the whole country. And this situation is changing, something that is absolutely unacceptable. I would like to urge President Uhuru Kenyatta, because the report I've gotten is that that ban came directly from President Uhuru Kenyatta himself, and it was implemented through CS Matiang'i. I would like to ask, you cannot fix by breaking. We just have to work around the challenges that we are facing in order to deal with the problems at hand, while we partner collectively to try and deal with the issue of security. The life of Mandela people cannot stop. No threat, not from Al-Shabaab, not from anybody else, that will stop us from living. It is important for His Excellency the President to understand that a ban was issued 8 months ago, never revisited by anybody, while the public of Mandela continues suffering. This is unacceptable. Ladies and gentlemen, Mandela is on the path to recovery from years of marginalization by successive regimes in this country after independence. I am happy to note that with tremendous effort we continue to make strides that restore our pride under devolution. Our destiny is in our hands. And I would like to urge all stakeholders to ensure they actively engage during public participation by county government, because this lends legitimacy and protects the people's will in any project that we are undertaking. As we speak now, we are already in talks with the United Nations Development Program, who have expressed interest to open up offices in Mandela in an effort to try and foster, in partnership with the government of Kenya, cross-border initiatives in Mandela, which is the Dawa zone, where Kenya, Ethiopia and Somalia is going to partner for socio-economic development of cross-border communities. Ladies and gentlemen, now allow me to move on some critical issues of concern for the people of Northern Kenya. On the debate on the referendum, there are some wind sweeping across the country and gradually gaining momentum and seemingly getting widely accepted that a referendum is unavoidable in Kenya. We see a lot of deliberate exclusion of frontier counties in the ongoing discussion. For example, the team of the team that was formed, Building Bridges Initiative team, have not been in any of these counties in terms of engaging very closely to get to understand where our priorities lie. The crave for constitutional amendment cannot be allowed to roll back the gains we had earned as marginalized counties. We have interest to safeguard as frontier counties, and we shall not accept anything that is cooked anywhere else that we have not participated in to be brought to us for us to vote on. We urge public participation to be properly done for us to internalize what needs to be looked into. The FCDC counties demand that the referendum must reflect the wishes of the people of the region. FCDC counties are rich with both natural resources comprising of land covering over 65% of the Kenyan landmass, and resources such as oil, gas, minerals, livestock, and of course large population of youth, close to 30% of Kenya's population. we are clearly reminded that we now need to focus on how to turn this area, once considered a low potential wasteland, into Kenya's big thing. That can only happen through inclusive program nationally and also at our counties. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to touch on issues relating to Equalization Fund. The Equalization Fund was passed through provision in the Constitution of Kenya. It is embedded in the Constitution after negotiations and consensus building, and the end result was an agreement which is of an agreed position to address inequalities of the marginalized parts of Kenya through provision of 0.5% of the latest audited accounts of national resources to be distributed to these marginalized counties. To date, only 1 billion shilling has been released as opposed to 30 billion, and 10 years have elapsed. The law has a sunset clause of 20 years, out of which 10 years has already elapsed, and 10 years we have only 1 billion released out of close to 30 billion that is meant for these marginalized areas, to bring them at par with the rest, or closely at par with the rest of the counties. It is very sad that the implicit position of the law have been negated by the planners at national level, right under the nose of the leadership of the country, without any concern whatsoever or any sense of emergency, not even any recognition that out of the sunset time of 20 years, 10 years have already elapsed. We really don't care the mechanism within which that money is going to be operationalized, whether by national government or by county government through conditional grant, which is a mechanism within the law that it can be used. But what is important is that this is a right, not a privilege. It is a right, it is not a privilege. And the national government ought to know that this is entrenched in the Constitution, and these monies must be released with immediate effect for it to benefit the impact of deliberate marginalization by successive government under the former President Hayati Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, the second President Mzee Daniel Arap Moi, the third President Mzee Mwai Kibaki. Only under the leadership of Uhuru that marginalization has been addressed. And we want to make sure that we get our fair share of neglect, which was deliberate by successive governments. Ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that a pilot census was carried out in some parts of Mandera County, Nagas, and we are eagerly awaiting the results. The national census is slated for August 2019, and we want the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics to get the dynamics of the region right. While there is public perception illegally created by National Bureau of Statistics that we lied about our numbers, contrary, we believe half of our population was never captured in the last exercise. We are further disadvantaged by pastoralism and taboos that guard against counting of our children and wealth. This time around, we want to put Kenya National Bureau of Statistics on notice. One, they must share with the pastoral counties, particularly FCDC, the plans they are putting in place in making sure that nobody will be left uncounted, because it is not sample, it is census. Census means counting every head that is in this region. we want to get to find out how adequately have they planned for the upcoming census, considering the lifestyle of the population of this region, before the census commences, so that they can guarantee that a complete census has been carried out in this region of FCDC. On our part, as leaders and the public of Northern Kenya, we are committed into making sure we bring pastoralism to a complete stop for the 2 days that the census is going to be carried. We will make sure our pastoral communities will stock enough pasture and water to hold their livestock in the bomas, so that there is nobody that is hurting that time, and they must join the nearest village for them to be counted. We have no doubt that our numbers were underrated, and we are out to prove that in the actual sense, the census result for places like Mandera County ought to be double what was reported in the last census of 2009. For now, it is our determination, and I urge the presidency, because my brother, the former governor of Kiambu, recently stood before the president and said, Your Excellency, we want to plead with you to make sure the latest technology out there in the world is used in the upcoming census in our country. Because of the entrenched wrong belief that there are numbers that affect. Today I want to join my brother, the former Governor Kabogo, and the rest of my colleague leaders from Central Kenya. I would like to plead with the President and National Bureau of Statistics to get the best technology there is in the world, the most foolproof technology to come and carry out proper census in Northern Kenya. But after the technology has been used and everything captured, we don't want to hear stories like it's smoothened the numbers, it does not conform, it does not follow the pattern, it does not rhyme, it is not in conformity with the averages, because it is census that is going to take place. Stories hatutaki kusikia. We want use the best technology there is in the world. After you use the technology, release the numbers for what they are. That is what we will be requesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Mandera County's mean score in the KCPE result that was just released was 236.09 compared to 2017's 234.68. Nothing much to celebrate about, 2-point increase. We were hoping for a lot better. A slight improvement, but nevertheless, improvement in the right direction. The county registered a total of 5,881 pupils for KCPE, out of which 3,839 were boys and 2,042 girls are girls. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate the top schools in the county that posted good performance and encourage our teachers to continue doing a good job. The top schools in the county that performed the best: number 1, Burak Academy with a mean score of 327.83. Dandu Junior with a mean score of 326.69. And Kobaladi, which is a public school, to 325. Nataka kusema pongezi. Ladies and gentlemen, a popular saying goes that success has 1,000 fathers and mothers, and the failure is an orphan. It doesn't have an owner. On this day, we celebrate the best children who showed exemplary performance in KCPE. One young girl, Hamida Aftin Kulo, who posted impressive 414 marks from Matarajio Academy, has done us proud. May we all clap for this beautiful young girl. I, Governor Ali Ibrahim Roba, do hereby undertake to pay her fees personally, not from the county government. Hamida, the county government is proud of you, and we wish you Allah's blessing in your future endeavors and schooling. The second best was Zakaria Ali Adam, who scored 401 marks at Elimubora Primary School. I commit to make sure the county government will give Zakaria food bursary for his schooling for secondary school. The third best student was Abdiwali Muhammad Abdikadir from Al-Irshad Primary School, who scored 396. You too, Abdiwali, will receive full scholarship from the county. Ladies and gentlemen, in January 2019, Mandera County government has committed a total of 57 million worth of food for early childhood education to make sure we don't miss out taking our children to school. The consignment has been dispatched this week to all centers and must have been received by all the center managers. Ladies and gentlemen, as I end my speech of today, I would like to request Mandera County, particularly Mandera East Security Team, the report of daylight, robbery at gunpoint or with knives of the Pesa shops in particular and other smaller shops is deafening from the public. That has been crowned by robbery with violence, the first of its kind over the last 6 years that I've remained a governor in this town. We've never had robbery with violence. And a person was killed and another one injured and money robbed. This new phenomenon must be nipped in the bud, otherwise we will have major challenges on top of the challenges that we are dealing with that is keeping us busy. My request is, please put maximum effort and energy to reprimand those people. Put officers in plain clothes to patrol and go to these shops and get information so that we'll be able to reprimand. Otherwise, nataka kusema asanteni sana kwa kunisikiza, na kwa sababu watu wengi wametulia na muda umewadia, mimi nitazungumza mambo machache kwa lugha ya Kisomali. Ya mwisho kabisa, Dedena Rer Mandera, Abulshela Washila Rer Mandera, وحنلقوا سنة نسير الجوكين دولة الدهاء وحكشة كنا سائين حساب تنا الحسابي سنة كلام كوني سجال إن قال تهاي وحساب بينايتا أنا وحنومنا إن حساب تساعي حساب ريلي لحسابين أو سنسس كلام بتسامين وحنا بدنا إن نوبا هذا مسؤول جدا. حساب كسوس عد وحيمان شافيس السيدات سنة كسوس عد. رميو عندنا محرمنا إما لنتا حسابنا أي سودي عيان إن حوله دي مورد كنا فان عوز يوبيا ولو دياريو هكا مالنا ملابنا مالنا وحسابنا يسوعدون. صفة هالقف لغتك وحنا ربنا ما دام فرح لغو حسابي دونا وحنا ربنا هنا تبدأ عشان هالقف ريكورد كاسو وسجلي وين نقف والبنكرو تيجي يعني اللي واتاس haddana isgaarsiiya biso rasiilmaalka ka soo goo dowladda dhex ay ku xiran tahay haddana la xisaabin oo xisaabteeda hoos u dhacdo caafimaadka tacliinta jidadka horumarka dalkiisaan oo dhan meeli doono lacagaha idinka go'i doono soo reermigana ha ogaadaan 5 sano ilaahay ka soke ay ka badbaadeen dhibka abaarta ay keento waxa ugu wacan rasiilmaalka dowladda countiga soo gasho iyo dadaalka countiga ay sameeyaan waxaan rabnaa inay ku dadaalaan inay sida ugu muhiimka badan kaga qayb galaan arrinta xisaabta soo socoto ayna dhihin xoolaha fiirinayna xoolaha waxaa la rabaa in loogu talagalo loona sameeyo meel oo loo sameeyo meeshana lagu xanaanay halka ay labada maalin iyada loo sameeyo sifa tuulada ugu dhow ay shicibka kaga qayb galaan in cunug walbo iyo oday walbo intaanta waayeelkan in la xisaabo insha allah intaasaan idin leeyahay wasalaamu calaykum waraxmatullahi wabarakaatu
Yo no know more.